Hey, Shonda with Alchemy Artisan Works. I recently had some clients approach me with a request to transform their under-counter pull-out cutting board into a custom resin finished serving board. This video is just me exploring the process that I plan to use to create that board for them. I had a little plant stand that I knew I needed to cover, and this was a great way to explore design, patterning, and color combination. My clients were a husband and wife combo, and each had a different idea of what they liked. One of them liked the really deep emerald green and dark, and then the bright metallics, and the other was really enjoying a sample I had showed them of more silvery greens and pearls and light colors. So in this demo, you'll see that I decided to play with a little bit of both and take a look at how that came out. Here I'm getting ready to do a dirty pour with all of those light pearly colors, the pale bright green and the silver pearl, the white, and the ghost green sparkle are all going into this cup for a bit of a dirty pour. If you're at all familiar with doing the dirty pour technique, for myself, I will say that I feel it's a little more challenging to do it on a smaller piece than on a larger piece. You just have less surface to play with, and if you really want to blend several colors, it's just harder to get them to split out and do interesting things. They tend to want to blend a little bit more, but you'll see, I think I got a really nice effect with it. In looking back after I completed this project, I would have to say that this is the point at which I probably would have waited and not applied my gold yet. It did fan out a little bit and particulate. It's pretty, but I would have preferred to keep the gold veins a little bit more distinct and get that real pretty lacing. So next time I do this design, I will do the tilting that you're seeing me doing here a little bit before I start to add my gold. Then I'll bring my gold in and glide it across the top as you've seen me do in other videos and draw those veins in those areas, and then maybe do a little bit more tilting. Here you'll see I had a bit of excess epoxy that I wanted to pour off, and so I tilt the piece and let that drain off into a little cup. A little torching, and here you'll see I've begun detailing with some veins. I love these tools, these metal palette knives. I get them in the painting section at any of the hobby stores. You'll find them like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They are just so excellent for picking up a little pigment and loading it up, and then the tip is very, very fine. So you can really control how you put that color down, much more so than, say, a popsicle stick or tongue depressor, as you would call them. Just a great tool. In addition to the detail work, you'll also see me skimming across the surface of the resin, either lightly blending colors or adding additional colors over the top, like the gold. Especially the larger spatulas work really well for that. And they work well to pick epoxy that's dripped off your piece, grab that up from the table and drizzle it across for veins as well. Here you'll see me doing what I was talking about, skimming across the top lightly of the epoxy with a new color, in this case white. It really allows that new color to just float across the surface, and eventually it will create cells and split out and do lots of interesting things because it is just floated across the top. It's not blended in. Oftentimes I don't have a really specific thing in mind that I'm trying to accomplish, but while I'm working, I am constantly kind of standing back and reassessing my piece, looking for balance in patterning and color. Here I decided the piece needed to have a little more what we call negative space, the dark areas that give your eye a little bit of rest from the light colors, the gold and the white. And I will do that throughout this piece. I'll find little areas that I want to accentuate and add some of those darks back into. I think one of the reasons I really do enjoy these smaller pieces like this top for this plant stand and the project I'm going to be doing next and my charcuterie boards is that as an artist, I really do have the time to detail these just endlessly if I want to. I really do enjoy that. I rarely ever just pour a simple piece and leave it. I think you would call this my signature. I do a lot of detail work. And while I do countertops as well, and I enjoy that, these projects are probably my favorite. This is always the stage with one of these projects where I just really love to get in there and pick out the patterns and designs and define them with veins and special accents. As you can see, I got quite fiddly and artsy with this piece. It certainly didn't need all of this, but you know, I'm an artist, I had the time, and I was having fun. So what the heck? I played with it a lot. And honestly, if you want to skip ahead to about the 15-minute mark, that's where I finish the project and I start posting the final photos. Pretty much the rest of this is me detailing, and you may or may not want to watch that full process. And trust me, I cut out a lot. This was much longer than 15 minutes creating this piece. Probably more like an hour to an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, fiddle, 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 right? Still fiddling. Yep, that's me. And if you want to see how I do my process, this is literally how I do what I do, how I create the pieces I create. They are a combination of seeing what the epoxy does when I pour it out, and then picking out all the elements that I love and accentuating them. And it is time consuming, but honestly, I love it. Okay, so if you made it this far, I've got a little joke for you. And it's a dad joke, but you'll see why I'm telling it. So Dad says to the little boy, "So what did the tiger say when he got his tail caught in the lawnmower?" And the little boy says, "Gee, Dad, I don't know. What did the tiger say?" And Dad says, "Well, he said, it won't be long now." Yeah, I know, bit of a groaner, but you see why I told it. It won't be long now. We're almost to the end. Woo! I am done with the detailing. A little torching, and I'm going to pull my tape next, and then the reveal of the finished product. So overall, I'm really quite pleased with the piece. I think I really created a very organic natural looking geode effect to the piece. Oh, love that part right there. I think that's probably my favorite part on the whole piece. I think it's going to be a great combination to use on the board, and I think my clients are going to be real happy with it. And then you'll see here that I created a little small geode casting with my leftover resin. So I will let this piece cure overnight. I'll hit it with some clear tomorrow, and then after that, some ultimate top coat so that I have a great durable finish to put my plants on. If you think I've earned it, please like and subscribe and hit that bell to be notified when I post new content. Thank you so much for watching.